work our hearts out to make sure that we keep that promise that Donald Trump has said so often, that we are going to make America safe again. We're going to make America prosperous again. And with Donald Trump and this great Wisconsin team, we are going to make America great again.
Great. Wisconsin Republican Congressman Sean Duffy joining Donald Trump on his thank you tour last night, celebrating those Rust Belt voters who voted Republican for the first time in nearly 30 years in Wisconsin. And the congressman joins us right now along with his wife, Fox News contributor Rachel Campos-Duffy. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning, Steve.
You know, that was quite a show he put on. I mentioned earlier, I would like to see one of these shows every night of the week, different times of the day, so that it doesn't just interrupt O'Reilly all the time. But what's extraordinary is the number of people who showed up. It was 10 degrees yesterday in your home state, and yet thousands were there, weren't they, Congressman?
Yeah, so Steve, I mean, it was 10 degrees, and people waited in line for hours in this freezing weather just to get in to see Donald Trump. I know your viewers might think happens for the Green Bay Packers, but it also happens for Donald Trump. And listen, it's been 32 years since Wisconsin voted for a Republican presidential candidate. And so there was a lot of energy and excitement to see Donald Trump come in and just say, you know what, thank you, and I appreciate your vote and your support, and I'm going to work for you.
Yeah, he not only said thank you, he said Merry Christmas. And Rachel, as we look at him, there he was on the front of the podium. It said Merry Christmas USA, and then behind him he had a whole forest of Christmas trees, which you think is an important message.
I think it was a great message. It actually, the stage kind of reminded me of a USO show with Bob Hope. I mean, it was like we haven't seen that in a presidential stage in a long time. And yeah, I mean, if you're a parent, you're sick of those winter concerts and you're sick of going to stores and seeing giving trees and holiday trees. I think it's a return to our national identity and our traditions. And so I think that really struck a crowd. And when he said Merry Christmas, the crowd went positively wild.
That's great. We saw it on TV. Congressman, it was very clear the president-elect had nothing to say but praise for the Republicans there in Wisconsin, and it was good to see him and Paul Ryan embracing each other because, 5 weeks ago, I think both of them wanted to kill each other.
Both of the claws had come out on both sides on the two teams, but you know what? It was because of the work of Paul Ryan and Ron Johnson and Scott Walker and the work we did here in our part of the state that actually helped Donald Trump get 22,000 extra votes and beat Hillary Clinton in our great state. And I thought what was unique on the stage last night was that Donald Trump was truly genuine in his affection and friendship with Paul Ryan. And that friendship and that trust is going to be so important for both sides, the White House and the Congress, to work together to get the policy right so we make America so sick of winning they can't stand it anymore. And it's those two leaders that are going to be together helping make sure we take out those rough edges around the policy that we get this great agreement.
And Steve, I would say people wondered whether there was a lot of speculation, would they ever be able to come together? And if you know Paul Ryan, like we know Paul Ryan, we had no doubt that this was going to happen because if you know Paul Ryan, you like him and you're really impressed with how smart he is and how much he wants to get done. So there was just a real clear sign of unity in Wisconsin.
Well, he's a fine wine.
Right. That's important because Trump wants to get a lot done and he needs the speaker. All right, our speakers right now, Representative Sean Duffy and Rachel Campos-Duffy joining us from Wausau.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you as well. Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
All right.